Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back, y'all. We are back in this thing. Listen, I know last season we were like, what in the hell did we just watch? But we are back this season in Chicago. Chicago, okay? Together again. Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 1. If you are new here, then welcome. I hope y'all come back every week, okay? Every single week. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, it's time for a new season. We are in Chicago. Now, y'all remember Love is Blind Chicago? Now, I hope it's a better outcome than those people, but we shall see. So we back in that thing with the mess. We see the first lady, and her name is Michelle. She's 38, and that's David's fiance. Now, I'm going to put a picture up of each of the couples just so we can get acquainted. And so nobody comes into the comments and says, I have no idea who these people are. Can you put pictures up? So this will be the one and only review where I will have pictures up of the couples. So she's 38. That's David's fiance. She thinks she's the bee's knees. She was like, listen, I got it going on and I know this. Okay. I know this. The only thing that I'm looking for is a man. She's like, I've been single for 6 years. I've done everything for myself and I'm looking for a partner and I'm looking for my equal. She wants someone that's a little bit edgy. Okay. A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. She grew up in a small town, but she wanted more out of life, so she moved to Chicago. Now she's sitting with her friends, and her friends are wondering if she's ready to not be so judgy. And as I was watching, I was just thinking, I think judgy will be okay for this show. You got to have a little judgy in you, because these experts will give you any old thing. So if it were me, I would definitely have my judging hat on. Her friend was just like, well, what if he has a man bun and he has tattoos? Who sent you? Because when she said that, I said, why are you specifically describing David? And you ain't fooling me. Moving forward. Over on the other side, David is talking to his family saying that he wants loyalty. I hope you can give loyalty. Because you and that pineapple ponytail that you've been rocking this whole episode tells me that you can't be trusted. Okay? Something about you just gives me sneaky link. Okay, so I don't know what it is. And then the previews for the next episodes, and then you were kind of talking kind of crazy a little bit. I don't know, but I'm hoping you can give loyalty if you want loyalty. He's 35. He said that he looks up to the women in his family. He said he has a sweet spot for white women with blue eyes. Oh, okay, so you one of those. Got it. So he wants a white woman with blue eyes, a white woman with dark eyes he shall get. Okay, I mean, she got the blonde hair. I don't know what else to tell you. He says a husband is a person that's your rock, your support system. He looks up to his parents' relationship and he wants his marriage to last longer than his parents. Now, his parents have been married for, I think he said 36 years. So he's already 35 and he said he wants to last longer than they will. Now, you can tell that David's family is very close knit. Now, I'm a little thrown off with him being so smitten with the blonde hair and the blue eyes and being so vocal about it all. I was like, okay, anyway, sir. Moving forward. Next up, we meet Ikechi. He's 41 and he is matched with Emim. That's his fiance. So he's telling his friends that he's getting married at first sight. That friend said, so like you gonna see her and y'all gonna get married. He said at first sight. So the woman gonna be there and then y'all gonna kiss and y'all gonna be married. He said at first sight. Sir, I don't know what other ways. I don't know if he needs to do sign language, send a smoke signal, a carrier pigeon. Sir, he will be getting married at first sight. His friend was confused as hell, but I like that friend. He had a little zhuzh to him. Okay. He was a little bit confused, but he's going to get married at first sight. Now, Ikechi is a creative. He likes to paint. He likes to DJ. He likes to do this, that, and this and that. He was a band director for a high school, and now he's back in the high school as a college counselor. Now, when he was describing what he does, he reminded me so much of Shaquille. Now, I hope you don't take that damn paint and get to scraping up and down Emim's arm like he did Kirsten, because we don't need it, okay? We don't need it. I'm just letting you know right now. Now, he said, now this is what kind of threw me off, y'all, so come close and listen. He said he tried in Houston and he didn't get chosen. So now he's in Chicago and he feels like maybe his marriage and his wife is in Chicago. Okay, so let me find out you chasing these cameras. Because why do you want to be on this show so badly? If I watched last season, even if I watched Houston season, okay, shout out to Ryan and Bow and Zach and Johnny and all of them, Mirla, all y'all, shout out to all y'all, Gil. Even if I watched that season, I would have said, thank God you blew it. Thank God I dodged a bullet. Baby, when I tell you I would have been singing Beyonce, honey, best thing I never had. I wish I would want to go on this show even after seeing that mess. So it's giving me that you just chasing down fame. Now, I don't know if you're going to act like you got some sense or not. But to me, I don't know. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. Then we meet Emim. She's 34, turning 35. She was celebrating with her friends. And she's telling them that she's getting married at first sight in 2 weeks to a stranger. Baby, her friend Tiffany said, to who? Honey, I know that's right. That's the same way I would have been. Now, she's a very pretty lady. Her and Ikechi, they're going to look nice together. But aesthetically, that's about all I got so far. We shall see. She's ready for her soulmate. When I say this woman is ready, she is ready. It almost gave me a hint of desperation. I was like, girl, never be too eager. Like, come on, calm down now. She says she's a first generation Nigerian American. She's a nurse practitioner, baby, and she is doing it for herself. Now, she recently lost her dad, and condolences to you. She recently lost her dad, but he insisted on her having a great work ethic so that she does not have to depend on a man. And what I was thinking as I was watching is I wonder what her family thinks of her being on Married at First Sight. Because, like, girl, you really don't need this. 8 days until the wedding. So then we end up meeting Alan. He's 35 and he's going to be matched with Madison. Madison is his fiance. Now, he's going to look for a tux. And I was like, yes, come on, let's get into it, honey. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. We don't have time to draw this out for 15 episodes. Let's get this done and move down to the honeymoon. He's in the tux shop with his mom and his friends. He's saying that his friends call him loyal, but they also call him a nut job. Now, why they calling you crazy? Because none of my friends are going to call me a nut job. They can call me anything under the sun, but not a nut job. So that had me going, okay, you might can't be trusted. Moving forward. Now, he did say that he's like buttoned up at work, but then when he gets off and goes to the happy hour, he listens to the thuggish, ruggish stuff during happy hour. Okay. Now, if we're talking Bone Thugs and Harmony, it's the thuggish, ruggish bone. If we talking that, then you all right with me. You all right with me. Because if y'all know me, and if you've been on this channel for a long time, you know that I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. Y'all already know the backstory. Y'all already know. So when he said thuggish, ruggish, I was like, oh, okay, let me find out. Now, he's letting us know that, you know, his mom struggled. He's seen both sides of the financial spectrum. His mom struggled. His dad, not so much. Now, why your mama struggling and your daddy ain't struggling? Even though they were not together, he should have been making sure that you had everything that you needed. Because he said there were some times when he had to conserve food because his mom was really struggling. And that's not something that he wants for himself. Over there with Madison, she's going dress shopping. Now, Madison says she is 29. Now, I don't know where the 20 or the 9 is, baby, but it's not looking 29 to me. Now, if y'all go back and look, y'all can look and tell me what you think. But I said 29. I'm sure y'all know y'all can lie. Anyway, I would have never guessed that she was 29. She likes to hang out with her friends on the weekends, dipping it and doing it. She is the life of the party. She is the girl that's going to get the shots, call the shots, all that. She said that she does well for herself and she wants to share it with someone. Now, the good thing is both of these people are financially stable. Okay, we don't have a Steve, no jobs. Because, you know, they like to put them on here and then start telling us about www.jamesallenrings.com. We don't want to hear nothing about that if y'all ain't got no job. Now, David, this brings me back to you. I heard you say that you are a basement dweller. I heard you say with your ponytail that you live in that basement. Why do y'all go on here and you live in that basement? Shout out to Nick. Why do y'all go on here like that? Huh? Okay, now I know times is hard. And if you can live in the basement, live in the basement. But I don't think you should be taking our wife living in that basement, and I'm not changing that. Okay? I'm not changing it. She said she didn't have a real relationship with her mom. Her mom was missing most of her adolescence because her and her dad got a divorce. But her dad made up for it. Now, I think these two share wanting to build a relationship and a marriage and building a life with someone. So we shall see how it goes. But I don't know about Madison and Alan. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. Now, she was trying on her dress, right, with her friends in the dress shop. And she's like, so what do you think he's going to look like? She said, well, I like him tall, athletic, baby face. Why they paying that camera to Alan and he's none of the above? Alan has not lifted anything except a pen to write a check for his rent. Alan ain't lifted down weight. I looked at Alan. I said, not tall, athletic with a baby face. Y'all went total opposite. Now, then she started saying, but it's really about the personality. I'm really not worried about the looks. Girl, please. You can sell that to Love is Blind because I ain't buying it. Moving forward. I mean, Alan is not giving what she wants, but so far he seems nice. He really does. Over with Alan at the tuck shop, he's anxious to meet his wife. He's so sick of being lonely. Baby, he is sick of being lonely. Shout out to Phil Mom. His sweet mama was so choked up. I was like, oh, he looked just like his mama. I'm talking about she literally spit him out with no help from his dad. He looks just like his mama. So then back over with Madison, she was like, well, if we're committed to each other, I don't see how it could fail. Ma'am, are you new? Have you seen this show? Like, they specialize in a little bit of failing. Just like I give y'all a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade, they give you a little bit of success, and I do mean little bit of success, and a little bit of failing. Her bringing up commitment makes me think that it could be Alan that's dipping out of the marriage. Because, they give us little subliminals in between the scenes. So, Alan, could it be you? I feel like I'm on my Inspector Gadget. I'm trying to figure out who gonna dip out their marriage. One, I think it might be you. I think it's you and David. Just like I said on that initial video, if you have not watched it, please go back and watch. These were my first reactions just based on aesthetics alone. I think it might be David and Juan, but then it might be Alan and David. Anywhere it go, David gonna be in the mix. I'm not taking him out. I'm not. Up next is Carla and Juan. So Carla is shopping for her dress with her friends. She's 34 and baby, she is a free spirit. She's talking about the manifestation of it all and the universe and the and all that jazz. She considers herself a free spirit. She loves love. She's really close to her family. Her parents are still married. She is a serial monogamous. Now, her dad told her, listen, you're not going to be bringing all these different men up and through here. Don't introduce me to every single man that you know and that you have met and that you have dated, because I only need one man to come through this door, and that will be your husband. So she said because of that, she's always been in serious relationships, and it kind of messed her up a little bit. Now, as I'm watching this, now I don't know if y'all think so, but doesn't she remind you of Jackie from Love is Blind? The one that was with, what's his name? Marshall. She reminds me of Jackie. The way that she looks reminds me of Jackie, not the way that she behaves. Now, she's matched with Juan, and he's Neve's doppelganger. If you've never seen Catfish, he looks just like him, but a more chiseled version. It's like if you draw Neve freehand and then you get Juan. Juan is when you sculpt Neve. Like you need some clay and a chisel. Like he is that, but they look very, very similar. They could be brothers. Moving forward. So he's trying on his tux. He's worried that she won't like what he does. He likes to hit the dance floor and give him a little bit. He's 36 and he's had a hard time finding someone who can tap into his Latin side. Well, I'm just looking at this and wondering, are you really having a hard time finding someone? Some of this gives casted. And we all know that they recruit these people. A lot of these people don't audition on their own. He gives me one that was planted. I don't know why, but that's just what it's giving me. And if you want somebody that's going to dance, you and Carla have that in common. Okay, because she was dancing left and right and right and left. His family came here from Colombia, and he feels like he's living the American dream. He's like, I have a high rise, I have a nice car, and I'm just looking for someone to share my life with. Now, they're both good looking. Carla seems like the type to cut a rug, and he seems like the type that wants attention, and so does she. So I don't know if it's going to be a power struggle. I'm not sure, but I know they're going to be fighting for that bathroom and that mirror. That's what I do know. Back over with her at the dress shop, her mom is in Mexico, and she's celebrating her grandmother's birthday, but she still made a point to FaceTime in, so we saw her. And culturally, I feel like her and Juan will be a good match, but I'm not sure about anything else. I don't know how it's going to work. Camille and Thomas. So we meet Camille. She's 32. She's searching for her dress. You know, they go to the shop, child. Camille is a very pretty lady, but Camille, I don't like that dress. I don't like it. I don't damn like it. Camille got a little sports side to her. They show some pictures of her shooting hoops and whatnot. And I was wondering, what does she do today's date? Because the way they was acting like she was in the WNBA, child. Now, her parents are divorced, and they divorced when she was 13. She's struggling to believe the fairy tale and if it even exists. Her family has some strong genes, though, because her sister, and her mama, they all look just alike. All three of them look just alike. She's wondering if all the toads that she kissed is leading to her Prince Charming. Girl, this is Married at First Sight. Let us pray. Okay. Over on the other side, we meet Thomas. He's an identical twin, and Thomas is 42. Now, I like that they're keeping the ages a little bit older, a little bit more mature. These people seem like they're coming here for a purpose. These people seem like they're coming here for a reason. Thomas says that he's a perfectionist and things have to be done a certain way. Everything has to be ever so. The hangers need to face the same way. Everything needs to be color coordinated. It's giving very much Virgo. I know us when I see us. Baby, I know us when I see us. He said him and his brother do everything together except get married. He's a little bit behind. Now, I hope he is not doing this to match his brother. Because it was given he was either doing this because he wanted to keep up with the Joneses, which would be his twin brother, or he's simply doing this in honor of his father. Now, I think Thomas will like what he sees with Camille. Her and her sister look like they almost twins. So, I mean, I think he'll like her. But Thomas has a little bit of a dull personality. I don't know. It's giving a box of rocks. He said that he's at a stage where he's ready for kids and a wife. All right, now, Thomas, I hope that you're serious. Now, I like the fact that they're going in the 30s and the 40s with the exception of Madison. She's 29. But yeah, I just hope that you're for real. But side note, now this is neither here nor there. This is also a very nice looking cast, both men and women. Everybody looks really nice. 3 days until the weddings. So all the ladies meet and the men are meeting up. Now, I did not realize that these were the bachelor and bachelorette parties. I said, what is this? Half of them were down to the bowling alley and the other half were just standing around. I was like, what is going on here? Anyway, I don't know what the budget was, but it was not budgeting. They meet. They're getting to know each other. Thomas's brother said that he married a twin and he wanted him to marry a twin as well. He wanted him to marry his wife's twin sister. He was like, no, it just wasn't a match. Over with the ladies, they're talking about the cesspool that dating is and how they're excited about this process because at least these men are committed. Are they? Are they? You know, Camille was talking about how the men come in, they love bomb you. They're interested for all of 5 minutes and then they see something shiny and then they go that away. And girl, if that ain't the truth. Okay, if that ain't the truth. They love bomb you, then destroy you. Okay, just leave me alone. Baby, you don't have to talk to me. You really don't. If you don't want to be bothered, neither do I. Moving forward. Over with the guys, Juan is hitting the dance floor. Okay, he got the moves like Jagger. I said, look at Juan. Juan likes to be the center of attention. I don't know if that's going to work because I feel like Carla is going to feel away because she's not getting the attention that Juan is getting. He's passing out shots. He's down on the dance floor, busting a move, break dancing and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. I just don't know. And I hope he doesn't think that he's prettier than his wife. Something just ain't right. Back over with Carla, she was asking the women, so what are you willing to do for your husband? MM said, everything. Baby, she on her DC3. Do you hear me? Let me cater to you, cause baby, this is your day. Honey, she said she'll do anything for her man. Baby, you blow me away. She ready to do anything for her man. Now, this is the scene where I felt like MM was just thirsty, baby. Somebody had to give her a drink of water. Ikechi is telling the men that he's always wanted a wife. He said that he's been writing love letters to his wife for 7 years. Ikechi, between you scratching those records and painting that paint, and they thought you were a graffiti artist. I don't know. You said you was painting on the walls, honey. I don't know what's going on. Between you doing all of that, you had time to write your wife a letter for 7 years? Child, this right here is a fool. So he's asking them, what made y'all do this? The same thing that made you do it. They want to be on TV. But let's see what they got to say. David says seeing his parents married for 36 years, that's what really made him want to do it. Alan said he grew up opposite of David, but he's looking for his person. Now, I'm liking all the women's personalities as a group so far. Everybody seems lively. You know how you have that one where she's like off to the side and in the corner and you just like, girl, why are you acting like that? I didn't get that from this group. Everybody was excited. Everybody was having a good time. They meshed well. It was really a good group of people. I think this season is going to be good, y'all. I really do. And y'all know I wouldn't steer y'all wrong. If it ain't good, I'm going to come back and say it ain't good. But this first episode really gave me excitement for what's to come. The men were all getting along and so were the women. So Camille is asking about, she was like, what if the first time he's uncircumcised? Now, Carla said that she likes foreign men. So bring on the gift. Okay. Pull back that foreskin. It is okay. Yeah, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I have had bad experiences and poor hygiene with that. Baby, I ran out of there so fast. Oh, baby, I was like, watch my dust. Absolutely not. But maybe that's just me. Now, y'all can do what y'all want to do. If you want to pull it back and get into it, if you're going to get into it, then go ahead. But for me, as for me and my house, we shall not. Okay. We shall not. So they're all talking about what they like in the bedroom. I mean, the sex conversations were really strong. Like, it was a lot. Okay. Carla says she ready for them to smack it, flip it, and rub it down. I said, oh, child, it's going to be a mess. We know you and Juan going to Pound Town. MM said, look, you can pick me up, put me against the wall. Whatever you need to do, do it. You can throw me over your shoulder. You can throw me over your shoulder like a continental soldier. Honey, do whatever it is that you need to do. MM is ready for it. She was like, I like every position. I'm good. Alan is over there with the guys and he's like, you know what? Her family might be watching, so I'm not going to give any details. Meanwhile, Madison is over there on top of the counter, but she ain't got no panties on the dance floor. She was like, look, I don't have any Spanx on, so I'm not going to just really like get into it, but I'd get on the counter. I'm like, child, you and him are not going to work. He seems a little bit too reserved and not giving what she wants. But you know what? She could have the wife effect on him. You know how you get with someone? Like, I don't know. There's this trend that was on TikTok for a little while. And it's like the men, when they got them, they were an Allen. But then after they were an Alon. You know, it was given Steve Urkel and Stefan Urkel. So maybe she can do the wife effect on them, child. Maybe they'll do that. But anyway, Alan is not doing it and she's doing it all. They're talking about a timeline to give up the goodies. Emem said, it just depends on my husband and what he wants to do. Now, again, I really hope it works for Emem because she is an eager beaver. Do you hear me? She is ready to get into it. Back over with the men, you know, they're talking about what they like and the landing strips and the full moons and the whatever. I was like, okay, I don't need to know. I really don't. As they're talking about what they want and what they need and what they're willing to do, Juan was very perked up about whatever it was that David was saying. I said, it's that ponytail, ain't it, Juan? Now, they did say it was going to be a swap. Let me find out it's Juan and David, honey, as I suspected. But no, seriously, honey, he was just looking at him like, what? And then what? I said, baby, this is a mess. It's wedding day. Listen, y'all, it is wedding day. Time for Camille and Thomas. They are up first. Now, child, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Thomas is arriving at the venue. He's excited to start this new phase. His face is saying that he's not excited, but his mouth is saying that he is. He told his groomsmen that he has these insecurities and he's wondering if she's going to be disappointed in him because he's not perfect. And I think those are normal fears. And y'all will grow and learn each other. So I wouldn't be too much worried about the fact that you have to wonder if she's going to like you because she's probably feeling the exact same way. In her suite, like I said, she was worried about the same thing. So her friend was like, well, what if he love bombs you? Ma'am, why would you bring this up now? This entire process is a love bomb. We don't need to be talking about the what ifs and the negativity right now. She already said she knows what a love bombing looks like. So if she gets bombed, then she'll get the hell on. Like, girl, don't be bringing that up. Over there with Thomas, his brother is telling him that he knows that his dad is proud of him on today. And Thomas was basically saying, I'm doing this for my father. And I'm just wondering if he's really in this because he wants to find a person or if he's in this because that was his dad's final wishes. I'm a little bit confused on that. Oh, and I want to say this. Thomas told us that, of course, he's a twin. He was adopted into a family. and he has 2 siblings there. And then his biological family, there are 4 siblings on that side. I hope I got that right. I might have got it mixed up. But either way it goes, he was adopted into one family, but he does have his biological mom in his life. Back over with Camille, she's getting her glam, and she's hoping that her husband will have a big reaction when he sees her. Well, child, you ain't finna get that. Moving forward. Over with Thomas, his mother came in and he presented her with a picture of his dad. And I thought that was so beautiful. I said, baby, not my eyes sweating. Please don't have my eyes sweating while I watch this episode. That was so sweet. But his mom told him that what she wants him to do is just be a great husband like his dad was. Now, I'm happy he had a good example. I'm not sure what was holding him back all this time, but I hope that he has good intentions and he's going to bend a little, because he has a really rigid routine. And I think Camille might be able to pull him out of his shell, but I don't know. So then his biological mom also showed up. Now, the tension was a little thick when she walked in. And I'm wondering what the relationship is between the moms, because he said that he was shocked that the 2 of them were in the same room. I'm not sure why he was adopted into another family. I'm not sure. But I really am curious to know, what is the relationship? Because it didn't give warm and fuzzy or friendly at all. And back over with Camille. She's looking so pretty in her dress. And I like the pullback bun. It shows her pretty face. I really like the fact that she pulled her hair back. I don't know. I have a feeling about Thomas, like something is amiss. I cannot quite put my finger on it, but we shall see. Moving forward. So, child, it's time for them to walk down the aisle. Dun, 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 dun. Camille is freaking out. She's ready to run. Ma'am. Absolutely not. We had a so-called runaway bride last season. You need to stay put. Okay? Stay put. Now, Camille, don't piss me off. Now, her nerves are shot. Okay? She really does not know if she's ready. Baby, Camille started walking in the opposite direction. I was like, girl, quit playing. Okay? Come on now. So production goes over there. She's talking to them. And she's like, so I just don't know if I really want to do this. Production said, well, then why did you come all the way here? Camille said, I feel like this is literally insane. Ma'am, it is insane. But there's always decision day. Okay, you got to keep that in the back of your mind. We've come too far to turn back now. Now, it was all fun and games just yesterday. And now you're ready to run away. Now, y'all do know that you signed up to get married, right? I understand the nerves. Don't get me wrong. I understand that people feel a certain way because this is a big decision. But you signed up for married at first sight. If you're going to act like this, you should go on the opposite show, Love is Blind. Don't go on here, because either way, the love going to be blind. You don't know who this man is going to be when you walk down the aisle. And on Love is Blind, you don't know who he is when they open up the doors in the pods. So if you have something in your stomach where you don't want to jump off the rip and get married, you need to choose Love is Blind instead. Okay? Like, this don't make no sense. Because you're going to set up here and took somebody's spot who could have been ready. So, girl, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So Thomas is waiting while Camille is having a fit in the hallway. Her sister is trying to calm her down. She's like, girl, you've been waiting for this. This is what you've been, wanting all your life. It's going to be fine. So Camille wants a sip of water, honey, so she can get herself together. She was like, am I even built for this? Yes, you are. So her sister is telling her, girl, you want this. Just do your affirmations. So then she starts speaking to herself, it's always something. I'm going to get some loving. Honey, she was speaking to herself. And the way that I would fight my sister if this blows up. The way I would fight her in the street. The way I would never talk to her again if this blows up. Child, this is a mess, child. Ooh, thank you, sister. Okay, thank you. Because, baby, she was not going down that aisle. So now she's doing it. Okay, she's doing it so she won't get fined. And he's doing it for his late father. Baby, this is a disaster waiting to happen. 2 people doing it for the vine. So finally, they got Camille to walk down the aisle. But why was Thomas standing there looking sleepy? I said, boy, open your eyes up. Like, what is wrong with you? He looked so sleepy. Thomas has no idea he was almost Michael from last season, child, because she was sure finna go. So then the officiant starts reading what the family wrote about Camille being in her love and basketball era and deserving a man and all this good stuff. His family told her that she's marrying the sweet twin, the nice twin. He volunteers. He has a great heart. He's a great listener and drinking buddy. Then they each read their vows. Now, his were cute. I was shocked that I kind of chuckled a little bit because he doesn't seem to have much of a personality. You know, Thomas gives me chamomile tea. I'm getting ready to get somewhere and lay down. But his vows were really cute. So they exchange rings, and then they are pronounced Camille and Chamomile Thomas. Baby, it's giving Camille and chamomile tea. Do you hear me? And you know what? It really could be chamomile tea because his name starts with the T. So Camille and chamomile tea it is. So then they jumped the broom, 1 wedding down and 4 more to go. But the way she got off that floor, y'all, in that wedding dress, baby, I can tell she played ball. I said, oh, Camille got hops. Camille walking out all confident like she wasn't just about to call an Uber. Child, a mess. Moving forward. Now, they look nice together, but Thomas doesn't have much of a personality. And I watched the after party, which I normally don't do, and she said that she's big on personalities. So they might not be together, y'all. Side note, why were the people on Camille's side of the wedding social distancing? I said they sitting so far apart, they might as well be at the house. Next up is Madison and Alan. So it's their wedding day. Now, I do not think that Madison is going to be satisfied, but maybe that's just me. Let's see. And I have to say this too. Doesn't Alan look like Chris? Y'all know Chris, the one that was matched and married to Nicole, the one that did all that talking. Pineapples, the one that I had to give a safe word to because she talks too damn much. He reminds me so much of Chris. I said he looks just like Chris to me. So anyway, Madison is getting her glam. Madison makes me think of the Jersey Shore for some reason. I don't know if it's the hair. It's just giving Jersey-licious. I don't know what it is, but she just gives me Jersey girl. Over in Alan's suite, they're asking about his dad coming. Now, he did say that his dad was coming, but he said that his dad and mom showed him what he does not want. Madison is over there talking about how she looks to her grandparents for an example of lifelong love. Oh, okay, so they're matched based on their family dynamics and the issues and the problems in them. But why does it feel like Madison and Camille are wearing the same dress? When she came down the stairs, I was like, is that the same dress? Oh, child. Alan gave Madison a banana and a Tiffany's bag. Now, it says something about, I hope this is appealing. And it was like a little cute joke. She laughed. She thought it was funny. And so, you know, she picked up that blue Tiffany's bag. I said, okay, Alan, you know how to do it. I know that's right, honey. Now, I hope that she's nice to Alan. Listen, Madison, I don't want no problems. Okay, I really don't want to come over here week after week and have to say something about you, Madison. I really don't. Because I like everybody so far. Okay, but I got my good eye on a few of y'all. But please be nice to Alan. And Alan, please be nice to Madison. Because I saw them previews. Also, I want Alan to stop bringing up his parents' divorce. You may need to seek therapy, honey, to work through it. Because you brought up that divorce more than a little bit. It became your personality at one point. I was like, how many times he gonna bring up the fact that his parents were divorced? Like, what is going on? So they both read these notes that they wrote to each other, and it's time for them to get hitched. Madison's dad was out in the hall, and he was a little choked up as well. And of course, he was speaking life into her. He told her, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. You know, he was just making sure she felt good. And I love that for her. I feel like every girl deserves to hear that from their dad. So he's being sweet to her. Madison is ready. Alan is waiting. And next time on Married at First Sight, child, then we hear Pastor Calvin's voice. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, they are moving these episodes along. And you know what I can say about this? I can say that this was an easy watch. Sometimes, namely last season, I can watch Married at First Sight and be like, oh my God, when is it going to go? Oh, child, we still on. I looked up and I was already watching Rudy. I said, baby, not me already watching the after party. Because after the show, it's the after party. And after the party, okay. Child, that's enough. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about episode 1. I thought it was good. I'm being optimistic. I'm hopeful. I really am hopeful. Now, it's going to turn into a show a little bit later. And y'all know we're going to have our lives, honey. Because as soon as they swap, baby, I'm pushing that live button. I can't wait for it to go down. And I cannot wait to see who it is going to be. Comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.